Hey guys, it's ZD here, and I have an exciting video today to break down finally how you can start making more money in your business and be a person that attracts abundance. You know, don't we all want to attract abundance in this world? I know I did. You know, I come from, I was broke when I first started. I was a high school dropout. I wasn't smart. You know, I used to tell myself the story because I dropped out of high school. I'm not a smart person. I used to run that story. So how was I, being now at 29 years old, being a multi-millionaire right now, being happily married, having a child, being able to travel around the world, I've spoken all around the world. How have I been able to do this? I'm not lucky, but I understand one thing. I understand how this world works. I understand that we have two worlds. And most people don't really embody this message, so they keep running, chasing their tail and never really ending up being where they really want to be. And I think about it. How many people have you seen me post online about someone growing a testimonial? I went to all these seminars and all of a sudden I came to you, Zach, and I made all this money. It's nothing profound here, but the reality is most business coaches or masterminds you're going through are focusing on one world, and it's the physical world. And when you understand what creates this physical world is birthed from the metaphysical world, and we have this other world that if you tap into, everything changes. That's why someone can come from trying their ass off for 5 to 10 years, and then they come to me and I teach them this energy stuff, and all of a sudden everything starts to go their way because there's rules to this universe. Just like there's rules to a video game. There's rules to your iPhone right now. It governs a certain way. If I swipe like this, if I swipe to the left or swipe to the right or whatever it is, let's just say, does it go up and down? No. It goes to the left or it goes to the right. Why? Because it's part of the rule set of the iPhone. And if I click on an app, it automatically goes to the app. If I click on a Facebook app, does it automatically go to a TikTok app? No. Why? Because it's locked into coded. It's already coded into that iPhone. There's a rule. I can't click the Facebook button, all of a sudden it goes to a different app. It doesn't work that way. Why? Because it's already locked into the game. And this game that you are in right now, this physical world game, there's certain rules. And a lot of the times people don't understand this. So all of a sudden they just keep playing what they've been conditioned by society, what they've been conditioned by the news, what they've been conditioned by their parents, and they just keep running this track. Imagine if you didn't know the rules to the game on how to win. Imagine if I didn't know how to drive a car right now. I didn't know the rules. If I drove the car out of the driveway, can I go to the right side of the lane, the left side of the lane? Oh, what's this bike lane here? I'm going to go into the bike lane. If I didn't know any of these things, that I would just drive. What would the red light mean? What would the green light mean? If I didn't know the rules to driving, I would crash. And this is what people are doing. They're literally shooting themselves in the foot. They're chasing their own tail, leading to the same position every single freaking year. It's actually frustrating to me when I talk about this because I just see so many amazing, talented people stay in the same financial position year after year after year after year just because they don't understand this. What changed me after the first 4 years where I was struggling in my coaching business, pretty much struggling as a lifeguard, working my ass off to try to learn, I didn't understand this other rule set. This other rule that if I start putting my attention on what I want, over a period of time, it has to show up. Why? Because it's a rule. It's a law. Because there's certain laws to this universe. There's a law of gravity. If I go out of the building, and let's just say I jump off I'm on the third story right now. If I jump off the building, can I fly? Can I float? No, I can't fly. I can't do those things. Why? Because there's a law. There's a rule set. Not part of this game can I fly because it's already locked into this rule set. So what's going to happen? I'm going to splatter on the ground because it's already part of it. But if I understand that there's a law of vibration, law of vibration is everything in this physical world. Look at it like energy. You're perceiving it as solid because we're living in a slow vibrational matter reality. So that's what they call matter. It means solid. My body is solid right now. Why? Because you can see me in the physical world, so it's solid. But operating from a completely different place, if I was dreaming, which dreams are metaphysical, what can you do in a dream? Can I fly in a dream? Of course I can. Why? Because it's out of the physical world rule set. It's out of the physical world game. So if I close my eyes and I'm dreaming at night and I wake up, which is metaphysical, and I wake up into this physical, slow vibrational reality, can I knock my wife and say, oh my God, I had the most crazy dream. I was flying in my dream. I saw pigs in a dream. I saw pigs flying in a dream. Can I wake up my wife and say, oh my God, experience this? No. Because you can experience the metaphysical, but I can't grab the dream, put it in a jar in the physical world and sell it. I can't do that because it's different rules. So you just got to understand that there are rules to this physical world. And if I play by the rules, I can win. So I'm going to explain how you can start creating life on your terms. Now, don't even believe anything that I say. Believe the results that I get. Because the reality is, I can tell you, you can talk to any one of my clients and they will be getting results. Why? Because they understand this. They understand they create the reality. Look at this physical world, because I'm solid in matter, like it's a slow vibrational reality. Things happen by Newtonian law. It's slow. That's why whatever I think about isn't going to come, here straight away, let's just say. So if I close my eyes and visualize I'm in France, let's just say, or Hawaii, I can, I'm not, and I open up my eyes, I'm not there straight away. But if I close my eyes, which means I'm in the metaphysical, I'm not connected to my fully body right now, so I'm in the metaphysical, I can be wherever I want to be right now. And the metaphysical is a fast vibrational reality. It's an instantaneous reality. So I can visualize I'm in Hawaii and I'm instantly there. I don't need to force it. I don't need to do anything. I'm just there. I'm naturally there. But when you open up your eyes, you come back to this physical world and you're like, I'm not in Hawaii, see, it doesn't work or whatever. But what happens over a period of time, because there's a secondary law to the law of vibration, which is everything is moving in this energy, in this world. There's a secondary law, which is the law of attraction. Now, law of attraction is what you think about comes about. Just like if you right now think about someone, like let's just say you think about an old friend or whatever it is. How many times in your life have you ever thought about someone, then they message you? All of a sudden, the same day, maybe they like one of your content pieces or whatever, and then they say, I was thinking about you today. You're like, oh my God, I was thinking about you. So it's the same thing is happening because every thought has a wave to it. And that wave of me sending a message to my friend right now and saying, hey, how are you? It'll instantaneously go through Facebook and send through Messenger through to that person. But it's the same thing as I think about that person, that same wave goes to that person the same way. That person will start thinking, oh, what's Zach thinking about? Right? Oh, I've got to catch up with Zach or whatever. Because what our thoughts are create waves. So if you right now place thoughts on whatever it is, you want 10 more clients in your business, you want your dream relationship, you want anything, it's not going to happen straight away, but it's going to happen over time because it has to. It's a law, right? It's a governing rule set. So if I put my attention on what I want to manifest, and I start feeling like it's already done, and I'm in Hawaii right now, and I open up my eyes, I'm like, Hawaii's coming. I just know it's coming. Why? Because I'm planting the seed. And if I water that seed every single day, guess what? It's going to blossom like a flower. Your manifestation is going to blossom like a flower. And this is what most people do. They try this stuff and then they're like, I can't see it. So they don't buy into it because it's hard. Your left brain goes, how is this stuff working? Think about it. How many times have you ever visualized? And even though you're visualizing, the part of you is saying, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't even know if the law of attraction works. I don't even know if any of this stuff's real. But then it proves to you over and over again when people manifest. But even though you have millions of reference experiences, you still go back to, I don't know if it's going to work. What if you came into this world through your mum's womb and you're abundant? You could do anything. There was no limits. And then you learnt all of these tools, these lies about yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not deserving. I'm not worthy of success. All this shit that you learn. It's crazy to me that we develop into this thing and then we tell lies to ourselves. And then when I tell you the truth, which is what I'm telling you, you can actually have anything you want if you put your thoughts on it. So that means you can have anything. If you want to manifest so much money, the exact amount of money, you can literally put your focus on it, let go of doubt around it and just say, oh my God, it's going to happen. You can buy into that. But then people say, oh, that's just lying to yourself. That's not going to happen. And people just feel defeated because they're literally living and wearing the old identity that they never challenge. If I help you, I'm going to clear up your old identity, all your governing beliefs that's got you to where you are. I'm going to break them out alive, and then I'm going to start getting you to visualize your dream reality without all that bullshit saying, how's it going to happen? I don't know if it's going to happen. How's all this shit going to happen? And then what's going to happen is things are going to start naturally flowing into this world. Because there's something called the quantum to Newtonian transition point. Quantum means metaphysical. Newtonian means physical. What they say, quantum physicists say, is if I visualize over and over again, there's a time delay. So whatever I focus on right now and I start bathing and planting and watering every single day like it's already happened, what has to show up in 6 to 8 weeks or 8 weeks, 12 weeks, somewhere around that mark, is the manifestation of what you want. Evidence will start showing up. Why? Because every thought is a wave. Now, if everything in this physical world is on energy and it's just energy, we're perceiving it to be matter, but it's just energy. If I close my eyes and visualize what I want, that wave is going to influence and manipulate reality to the way you want it to be. You can create the reality that you want. And when I understood that I could create my reality, and I realized everything I'm seeing in my reality right now is just my previous thinking, it made me feel empowered because I'm like, holy shit, I can actually change my reality. I can control my reality through my thoughts. You know, all humans want control, right? You can control your reality through your thoughts. You can put intense intention on what you want, and all of a sudden it'll start manifesting. Why? Because it's a rule set, like I said at the start of this video. So if I understand that there's a rule set, and I grab a client, let's just say, and I say, I want you to start visualizing having 10 clients every month or whatever it was. She starts playing with this. She starts visualizing. She starts feeling into it. She buys into the reality. Even if 4 weeks goes by and nothing changes in her physical world, she's so sold on it. This is going to happen. All of a sudden, evidence will start showing up. And all of a sudden, you'll start getting on a momentum track. It's what they call an attractor pattern. You'll start being a person that starts attracting, and then one thing will attract you, and then another thing will attract you, another thing attracts you. But you've got to be very careful that when things start attracting to you, you don't stop doing what you were doing before that manifested. That's what people do. They finally get what they want. It's happened so many times with my clients. They get what they want, then they stop doing the basic stuff that got them the stuff in the first place. And then they start planting all those weeds and weeds and weeds. Don't trust your mind right now is going to pull you abundance. You know, it's funny to me that people say to me, I've been working at this for 4 years and it's just going to crack. It's just going to crack one time and it's not going to do that. If you don't do this stuff that I'm telling you, you're going to keep circling over and over again. How do I know that? 96% of your day you're sleeping awake. You are running the same program as yesterday. And if you're running the same program as yesterday, how can you really think that tomorrow is going to be any different than today? Yesterday's program is going to be today's program, and today's program is going to be tomorrow's program. You're conditioned by a subconscious program. So if you're literally broke right now and you're not doing something conscious to change that program, which is the visualization process that I'm literally telling you how it works, nothing's going to change. That's why when people say, oh yeah, I do internal work, I journal. Journaling's great. I'm all for journaling, but that's not going to change your programming. You writing something down or whatever it is, not magically going to manifest what you want. But why? Because it's not changing your conditioning. It's not changing your subconscious mind. If you want to influence a subconscious program and then you want to start placing and moving the 96% in the way of becoming abundant, because that's what you got to do. 4% of your mind's conscious. 96% of your mind's unconscious. So if I can get your subconscious mind on your side of making money, and that's what we condition you to be, a person that makes money, and that's just your conditioning, those are the people in the world that make money. How I started making money was doing this programming work. But what I was really doing was I was conditioning my subconscious mind over and over again, year after year after year, to be a person that makes money. So if I'm a person subconsciously that makes money, I can't not make money. Even if I try right now, I don't want to make any money. I can't not. Why? Because my programming is so strong to make money. Most people do it the opposite way. They're broke, and then I'm trying to help them say, hey, there's all this money that you can make, all these clients that you can serve, and all this kind of stuff. But their program is conditioned to be broke. So no matter what happens, even if they go out and try to make money, they're going to be broke. Why? Because they're just going to keep running the same program. I'm asking you right now, if you want change in your life, just man to man, man to woman, if you want to change your life, you need to have a system that works. And it's not about getting a sales strategy and a marketing strategy or whatever it is. That's a simple part of it. I'd say that's 10%. The 90 or 96% that you've got to do is you. And it's got to program you. This is why I run events. You know, one of the events I run, which is the virtual event. If you're interested in doing any stuff with me, come to one of my virtual events. Guess what? We don't talk about business at the event. Not one thing about business. Why? I work on you. I work on your 96% because I know if I get that on track, the business stuff's easy. You'll show up better in sales. You'll show up better in money. You'll show up better in all these different areas. So it really comes back to you right now and the evaluation of you and say, have you been showing up in the best way possible? Do you keep? What's changed in the last 12 months? Has your finances got worse? Don't think, oh, I'm investing money, so I've invested all this money in the last 2 years, so yeah, it's going to catch up later on. No, it's not. Why? Because you're running the same program. I used to believe this as well. I spent so much money on all this stuff. Now, if I look back on it, do I regret it? Well, I can justify it and say, look, I learned a lot. It's made me who I am today, but none of that stuff helped me change my programming. What helped me change my programming was me making a decision to say every day I'm going to visualize. Every day I'm going to do it multiple times a day. Every single time I'm going to condition my mind. My cells are against me. I need to know my cells want to stay the same. My cells don't care about me succeeding. They care about me surviving. So what am I going to do? Every day I'm going to do this. I'm going to program it. Even if my mind goes, I don't want to do it, I'm forcing myself to do it. And if I force myself to do it for a period of time, I won't need to force myself anymore because it'll be who I am. That's when it becomes an identity. That's when it becomes who you are. And when it becomes who you are, you become a completely different person in the process. Don't think if you're investing all this money, oh my God, I'm investing all this money because, I know it's not. Unless you change the program. Unless you change the program. This is my life's work for the last 10 years. I've worked it out. I know this works. I know if you're single right now and you want a relationship, you do this process, you'll have a relationship. It's not that there's something wrong. It's crazy to me. I'm not a relationship coach, but I know for a fact about relationships because I've studied it. I've got a wife now, I study it. So the reality is I know it works the same way. That's how I attracted my wife. I literally got intentional about it. I realized before, why wasn't I having my dream relationship? And all of a sudden I wrote it down, I got clear on it, I started visualizing it every day. 17 days later, I found the person. How did it happen? I was single for that period of time and then 17 days later I had it. Why? Because I decided. It's a decision to make you program yourself every day. You haven't decided to get rich. As much as you're like, yeah, I want it. You're interested in it. You're not committed to it. Because if you're committed to it, you'd actually be like, I don't need all this external shit. I need to program me. I need accountability on me. That's the only way you're going to change your finances. Your finances can change so freaking fast. If you haven't seen my case study that I did literally yesterday with Alicia, one of my clients, she made $150,000 US in 3 months. She's never made that before. She never even made $20,000 in a month. It's crazy. But you know what? She changed her program. That's what I mean. She was committed. She made a decision. If you don't make a decision right now in your life, nothing's going to change. You'll be single forever. Don't think, oh, the love of my life's just going to come. She won't or he won't. It's not how it works, I'm afraid. That's why there's a lot of people in the world that are single. Number 2, why are people broke? Why is the majority of the world broke right now? Because they haven't decided. You haven't decided to be rich. You haven't decided, because if you're committed, you do it. You change your programming. You're interested, you aren't committed. And when you're interested, I'm interested in things too. Oh, yeah, I'm interested, but I'm not going to be, I'm interested in magic. I love learning magic, but I'm not committed to it. I'm not going to be a master in it. Why? Because I'm not committed. I'm interested in it. I'll watch it. I'll watch some stuff around magic. I love watching magic documentaries and stuff and learning, like people showing magic, but the reality is I'm never going to be a master of it. Why? Because I'm interested. I'm not committed. I was committed to making money. That's why I have money. I was committed to having a relationship. That's why I have a relationship. I was committed to becoming successful. That's why I became successful. That's what it takes. Stop buying in and justifying yourself because I spent 10K on a program or 20K on a program. That magically means I'm going to be successful. Bullshit. How many people do you know in the coaching industry right now? 99%. They're in debt, broke, literally don't even have 10K to their name. And you wonder, they're investing in something. Justification. Stop justifying. Tell yourself the truth. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking action. I'm not following through. I'm not grateful. I'm not even doing any work on myself to program myself to become successful. So how the hell am I going to become successful? Guys, that's my message for you today. I wanted to give you a real video of what it really takes to become successful in this game. You can be a person that stands out in the crowd. I'm here to say, if I can do it, you can do it. I've got a bunch of clients out there that have done it. I know you can do it as well. It's not magic. It's you just programming yourself. And when you do that, the game changes. If you want to come to my next event on virtual, we're not going to talk about business. So if you're like, I want to learn business stuff, you don't need business stuff. You need programming stuff. If you want that, please reach out to me. I'd love to have you there, and pretty much you can get mentored by me around that. Or I've got I've got coaches that I've trained that work under me. If you want to work with some coaches, please reach out. If you want to work with me, you want to do the highest level stuff, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you and support you. But guys, that's my message to you. Stop buying in to the program that you aren't enough, that you're not good enough. Decide and commit that you are going to change your relationship, your money, your success, everything. And it will happen because it has to. It's a law. Or you can keep running the same program and be interested in everything. Oh yeah, I'm interested. I'll try it for one day. I'll try the gym for one day. Nothing changes. Guys, that's my message. You have an incredible day, and I'll talk to you all very soon.